This is 91?
Yes, 91.
Woo! Psalm Center Road.
Yes.
91.
Episode 91.
God damn
Episode
it.
91.
Anthony, we really out here, bro. It's really neat.
We are.
I just
here.
marked out for myself a little bit.
We are live. We are here.
I marked out for you too, though.
It's okay. I'm not used to that, so I just kind of pass it over and keep it moving.
It happens to you, though. People have marked out for you.
People have like, oh, that's you. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And like, cool, super cool. So how's Darren? What's Darren like?
Oh, shut up.
They're like, hey, so where's this new school at? And I'm like, oh, well, it's here. Oh my goodness. I already got
What?
a comment. Miss Holly Lee is always right on it.
All right.
Oh, we're streaming?
We're streaming
Yeah, we
already.
stream
sick.
live, and then there's motherfuckers
Already.
that watch it
Habitually.
habitually. But, like, I tell people to fucking subscribe
Yes.
and just turn on their fucking notifications.
Mhm.
Because, look, it's, like, you don't have to be famous to have notifications on.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm doing shit that you want to see, maybe you should know when I'm doing shit.
Right.
It's not arrogant. Like, so first I hesitated at telling people to turn on their notifications.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck are you? And then it was like, look, if a motherfucker wants to watch your shit
Yeah.
and it's not coming out like on a regular basis, it's not like Tuesday at 9 you can watch your favorite TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Like with the nature of the podcasting thing and like the just video thing, there's an aspect of regularity,
Oh, yeah. Big time.
but you also have to have an aspect of chaos where you
Mhm.
just put shit out because you feel like it.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so to get the true benefit of it, you need to turn on your notifications if you fuck with me.
Ring the bell.
Ring that bell. Why are we fucking playing games?
And yes, and since we want
And
to,
so some people have chosen to ring that bell.
Do people get pissed when you don't put out like the podcast on time every week?
that hasn't
We
happened.
wouldn't
why?
know.
That hasn't
Yeah.
happened yet. Yeah.
We wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
we're pretty.
Sick.
We've been
Especially
really
for a
consistent.
couple black dudes.
Yeah, we've been really consistent.
Keeping
actually.
our word and being consistent and being on time.
Oh, nice.
CPT does not exist on podcast
Like
life.
I put out an episode every time we get to release, but doesn't necessarily mean it was the right episode to put out.
Oh, for
Sometimes I put out the duplicate episodes.
Mistakes have happened.
Mistakes have happened. People have yelled at me like, "Hey,
but
this is
we've
not the right
always made the content
episode." Yeah,
ready for release.
yeah,
Anthony,
yes.
hit the motherfucking theme music. And make sure that shit is loud in the mix. Make sure that people know. Episode 91, motherfucker. I went to school out on 91. 91 is a road out here. It's a road that, like, divides the rich from the super rich. And that's where they had me, out on 91. And that's where the fuck you are, too. Episode 91. I do this shit for real, brah. I've been doing this shit for a minute. And it's fun to do. And now I involve a new person into my crazy little world. What up,
Hell yeah.
Walker?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure
I'm
to have
excited. I'm excited for the invite. I saw you I know you invite some people from class onto the pod, and I was like, you know what? I want to get in on this, but
you. And not everybody gets an invite, and I know that sometimes people get in their feelings.
Yeah.
They're like, but why not me? Why not you yet?
Yeah.
It'll be you too. As long as you stick around. As long as you're loyal. But Anthony, we already know. These hoes ain't loyal. We already know.
Yes, we do.
We already know.
We do.
But we appreciate the ones who are. And we appreciate the tiny amount of people who are listening to this podcast on a regular basis.
Yes.
So many podcasts like have a direction. And that must be comforting.
Actually, it's better this way. I like it.
Oh, it's better. The best podcasts are one where it's just like guys fucking around, or anyone fucking around.
I tend to listen to that type of content, and I'm that kind of a personality.
But you don't produce that kind of content, though.
In what sense?
In this sense, this podcast is not necessary. There's always a format. This is how we do it. There's always serious nature topics.
What?
You.
Me?
Yeah, you. You're the serious nature topic between the two of us.
See, that's the funny thing. Like, so we're chilling with the homie Trevor. He comes to the academy, and he's like, yeah, like, he was being really, really polite and nice.
Mm-hmm.
But he insinuated that I'm kind of fucking bummed out. Yeah. And I was like,
that you're bummed out?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I bet it comes across that way. And like, but he was like, but you have a lot of fucking cool things going for you. And it's like, I think that I am bummed out, and I also think that I'm really fucking happy. Like, maybe happier than I've ever been. But like, I'm trying to fucking keep like both ideas working at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything is awesome and everything is horrible.
Oh yeah, big time.
And so like, I think sometimes when I'm talking about some of the shit that I think is horrible about me, people are like, man, he's really hard on himself. And it's like, well, just right there, though. Like, I'm also really psyched on myself on some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't talk about that.
Yes. So that's why, like I say, you can pretty much break down how the podcast will always go. Is that 50 to 75% of the podcast
Like,
is
Darren opens with some serious, like,
shit.
Darren's going through some feelings things.
And then I'm always just trying to like
Darren's therapy session.
In your feeling.
and I'm always trying to slide away to ridiculous lands where things are stupid and things shouldn't happen. I'm sure we talk about, but we talk about it.
And I'm
anyway.
happy to talk about
right.
stupid shit.
I know, but there's like a balance, and we have this balance where like, all right, so I'm looking for the mark. All right, it's about 25, 27 minutes.
About 27 minutes in,
So I'm allowed to come in and talk
Darren's
about.
feelings get tired.
Yes.
Even though there are those who believe I do not have feelings.
Or get tired.
Or get tired.
There you go.
Or sweat.
There you go. Who said that to you?
Dude, what?
I don't know if I've ever seen you sweat.
See? There's
I've
a
seen
large
you
Now that I think about it,
I've
I've
definitely
never
seen you sweat.
there's a large contingent of people who don't believe they've ever seen me sweat. And then some of those people will be like, they'll be like, no, when he kickboxes though, I've seen him sweat. This is real shit.
That's so stupid. People are so dumb. So I've never seen Darius. What is he? Like, what, are you a mannequin? What the fuck's wrong?
I
with
don't
you?
know.
He's like, all my pores are closed. I don't sweat. I don't even cry either. I just
Yo, we should text
No
Marcus right now
fluids.
and ask Marcus if I sweat. Do you have Marcus's number?
I do.
Text Marcus and be like, yo, does Coach keep sweat? And see what he says.
It's like, what? First question would be what?
No. He's just going to be like, nah, dude. Not really. He's going to be like, nah, not really. That's what he's going to
Not
text
really.
back. Unless he kickboxing. That's my little impression of Marcus. Nah. Not really. Unless he kickboxing. It's not very charismatic. But that's what I believe Marcus sounds like. Nah, Coach Keep. That's my Marcus. There's a teeth suck.
What should I ask? Does he sweat, or have you ever seen him sweat?
Have you ever seen Coach Keep sweat? He'd be like, but you can't put that in text. That noise doesn't have a fucking
That's lip smacking noise.
that official like. It basically means, man, come on. That's what it basically means, man. Come on. But yeah, I saw Marcus. Marcus is your former teammate. You don't know Marcus. But
Yeah,
Marcus,
I don't know
Yeah.
who this guy
he used
is.
to be on our team, and when I lost everything, and I was trying to find another way, there was an MMA path that he was on, and he had to go and seek. And like, I'm happy for him, and we're still homies. So like, he's not your teammate, but
Yeah.
you'll hang out with him at some point, I'm sure. And he's the fucking homie.
So he's on
So-
the MMA path, and
Yeah. So I just saw him at a mutual friend's baby's birthday party,
sick.
and I was like, "What it do?" He was like, "Coach Gabe."
Nice.
And, we dapped it up. So we're gonna get together on Saturdays,
that's-
actually, Saturday afternoon evenings
Mm-hmm.
in the lab.
Okay.
So if you want to come through for that,
Yes.
you probably should.
Yes.
If you're free on Saturday afternoons, it wouldn't be the worst thing for you to see.
Yeah.
But
Getting towered over by Marcus is always interesting.
kid's good
Kids.
Way back here in the
Yeah. In the lab.
in the lab.
Yeah.
that's the lab.
That's the
Yeah,
lab.
that's the
Yeah.
lab.
That's
This is
test
the
lab.
lounge.
Yeah.
We're lounging.
Yeah.
Nice.
We are lounging.
Work, play.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's play,
Play
over
two.
there.
Yes, play
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, dude, I try to stay away from work. Work looks a lot like this and a sad face on my face.
Yeah.
That's what work looks like. Like editing a video or thinking about who I should contact to try to get something.
Yeah.
Like that shit is work.
Oh yeah. big time.
Jiu-jitsu. You know what's work? Picking up heavy shit is work. 9 a.m. with Matt is work.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I gotta get back to lifting weights because I like fucked my ankle up and I fucked my knee up in high school, and like I can feel them like getting weak,
Dude,
and I
just
just need to do that
do
shit
it.
because it's
So
like
good.
safe and better for me, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
I
there's
gotta
that.
go to the gym.
I don't give a
and-
fuck about like the body or making it better or safer.
Yeah.
I really think that working out is making my life better. It's making me raise my standards all over.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing is, you know, you start doing that stuff and it's like you just
As I'm
feel
about
better.
to light
You
a
just
cigarette.
feel way better.
Working out is your jujitsu, essentially. What everybody else considers jujitsu, that's your workout.
Well,
It is because you got to think about it like this. What everybody else fears about is like, all right, man, I got to go to the office, I got to do this meeting, but then when I go to jujitsu, I'm like, shit, that meeting ain't shit. Every day you're used to dudes just sweating on top of you and trying to choke you out, and now you're like, fuck, this shit's easy. Now I got to lift some heavy shit. Fuck, I don't want to look stupid.
yeah, it's kind of like that, but I mean, I got a lot of that same benefit from jujitsu.
Right, but it's over now. That benefit's
It's not over.
It's over. That benefit's over.
It's like the superpower of it has diminished.
Yeah, significantly.
So, who you are as a white belt to who you are as a blue belt will be dramatically different.
Right.
But you're not going to be that different from the guy you are as a black belt to the guy you are as a second-degree black belt.
I agree, but what I'm saying is that like
Even though maybe the same amount of time has passed
right.
from white belt to black belt, like what, I did 10-year path.
Yeah.
10 years after the black belt, jiu-jitsu won't have had the ability to affect my life the same way, most likely. If done at its absolute best, maybe there's a possibility. But the person a person is at white belt is not the same man at black belt, period.
Mhm.
Never met anybody where that was true.
Right.
But the growth increments start to shrink.
Yeah, like that. Like
They
whoa.
start to shrink.
Yeah.
And even though it was still making me a better person, there was still a lot of room for me to fuck off.
Right. Yeah.
And so I had to add something to keep the standard high
Yeah. So it's
or to
weightlifting.
really re-raise it.
Yeah, it's weightlifting.
And then what I love, and it's not that I'm not fucking conscious of it.
Mhm.
There's somebody sitting out there being like, how are you talking about standards while you smoke a cigarette and drink a beer?
You gotta stop worrying about that stuff.
I don't worry about
That's
it.
culture, dude. You ever been to
That's
Europe?
exactly what I think.
Yeah,
it's
that's what-
culture.
yeah.
It's culture. And like everybody changed on me.
Yeah.
like when I was in high school, it wasn't weird. Before I was born, it was normal.
Yeah.
People were smoking cigarettes on the sidelines of professional sports.
Yes.
Which sounds absurd now. It's like we can't even fathom.
That sounds great. That would just make sports so much cooler.
Thank
I
you.
wish it would. It's
See?
just like,
we had this conversation last
yeah,
Saturday.
it rules. When athletes are irresponsible, it rules. It's so much better. People like them way more.
It makes more sense too.
Yeah.
Because
It makes them human.
To decide that you don't want to be on a regular path where you're going to get a job like anyone else means that there's a recklessness to you by nature. So I think it's likely that there's going to be some chaotic things that you invite into your life that other people don't.
Yeah.
Better be cigarettes than like 10 baby mamas.
There you go. Sweet bag of black tar heroin. That's better than that.
It's way too much chaos for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not in that kind of pain.
Right.
People that do opiates are in pain,
Yeah.
like emotional pain. The guys that get really addicted,
Mm-hmm.
like, even when it starts off like, oh, I had a back surgery and then they gave me fucking oxys and then I kept doing them. You
Yeah.
kept doing them because of some emotional pain. The habit was there. But like, there's something in you that's hurting that you don't know how to fix. That's the nature of opiate use. But I don't know. Do you guys have any opiate experiences?
Not like me personally. I
My-
know people.
My brother accidentally got like a mild opiate addiction. Do you want to hear the dumbest story you'll ever hear?
Yes.
He started taking my brother like maybe I think it was about 6 months ago. He started taking kratom just for like basically just for funsies. And kratom is like a mild opiate.
A lot of people are interested
yeah.
in this right now.
Yeah, it's it basically my wife's a doctor and she was like explaining it to me. She's like, yeah, it's basically about the same strength as like tramadol, and people get hooked on it, and it's like really popular among like addicts because you can buy it legally, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
it's one of those weird drugs that's in that like quasi legal thing like synthetic weed. Where it's like, hey, this stuff has a lot of really
Stuff
shitty
is
side
so
effects.
weird.
It's really bad for you, but you can still kind of buy it because people just haven't gone to the effort to be like, no, get the shit out of here. And my brother was just taking it for funsies. Like he just liked it, and then like he stopped. He moved. He was living in New York, and he moved back to Minneapolis. And after he moved back, he, for whatever reason, his like connect dried up, or he like stopped doing it, and he just like got the like flu for a week. And he was like, "Yeah, I stopped doing." He's like, "I stopped taking kratom, and I got like really sick." And I was like, "Yeah, that's opiate withdrawal."
So, a lot of people are like on this, like it's the greatest thing,
Yeah.
and that like it's not bad for you, and this and that. And I haven't touched that because I don't touch pain shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like. I always feel like maybe I'm burying weed people when I say like. It's like I don't do pain meds, and they're like, "Well, weed is for pain." Okay, like whatever. I mean, I don't fuck with opiates. Like I don't take perks. I don't like if I'm injured, legitimately, I don't take that shit because it's terrifying to me. And so like, the fact that people that like opiates like kratom was enough for me to be like, I'm never gonna eat that. I'm never gonna take a pill. I'm never gonna chew on a leaf. Like it's not going down. Like
Yeah, for sure.
that's not for me. But a lot of people are saying that it's not addictive and that it's good for you and all kinds of shit. So,
Nope. That's
so
not
so
true.
much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a mild addiction. Yeah, it's a mild addiction.
Interesting.
It's more of like a hand-holding drug to get you off of heroin. Yeah,
Well, that's a good thing.
yeah.
Like if you were on something that could kill you.
Yeah.
Like no, there's a thing. Like can it kill you?
I think anything can kill you.
Yes, but like what is it called? Like the L50?
I think they're like the.
Is that the term?
You tell me what? Like at 50%, it kills 50% of the population. Or something
Yeah.
like that.
LD50.
Is that what
like,
it is?
Like the Mudvayne album. That's what I know it from. It's the new metal band Mudvayne.
I remember Mudvayne
Yeah.
when I was like slinging records at a store in Wisconsin.
You're a
Like that was
genius.
probably at the peak of their popularity. Like System had just come out really
Hell
with
yeah.
like a big record, Mudvayne, and they were like kind of lumped into this like we're fast and we look weird and like
Yeah, they had like the face paint.
Slipknot
Remember
was
when
big.
every band had face paint or masks?
Yes,
That was such a
Slipknot,
good time in American culture.
Mushroom Head.
That's like kind of one of my like areas of cultural expertise is like new metal and like the worst part of the late 90s. I just
Hook
find
it
it.
up.
I like grew up in that time and
How
just
old are
like
you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like I turned 10 in 2000. Yeah, so I was like a chubby adolescent from in like the peak new metal years. So and like my parents got divorced and I was like fat and from the Midwest. I was just like I found my people, bro. Like this stuff is just like guys in masks screaming about like being too stupid to understand why their life sucks.
So
It was just like
who were the
yeah,
bands?
my faves.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of Linkin Park, a lot of Hybrid Theory. That was one of my faves. System of a Down Toxicity was definitely a fave. Deftones are my absolute favorite. It's like
Deftones are awesome.
top 5 band, I would say.
Deftones are awesome. I fuck with Chino.
Yeah, I still listen to them a lot.
Yes. It's one of there are only a few band T-shirts that I have. I have a Deftones shirt. I fuck with
Nice.
Deftones.
You were playing them. You were playing the self-titled in
I
class
was.
for a while.
Yeah. Like I think I got hip to them. Adrenaline skipped me. I
Adrenaline
learned.
rules.
I know, but now I know.
Yeah.
So it skipped me, and so I didn't know about it when it came out. And I knew about White Pony. And then the self-titled came after White Pony, right?
Yeah, that was their 4th album. It came out in like 2003.
And so I was hanging out with this bass player, and he was like, "You gotta listen to this record." And he lived like an hour away from my house.
Yeah.
And so we would listen to the entire self-titled record on the way to his house to jam.
Nice.
And I was like, "Man, this is really good. Like, this is really good." And he was like, "Well, they used to have like shit that was like a little bit like grimier in a way, and like you would like that too. Like, if you think about the way that Tool kind of evolved, like Deftones sound got cleaner as like they got older, which is a natural thing that all bands do, but bands often will suck on the way to cleaner. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
all right,
they have
so,
like transitional periods. It doesn't always like come together.
yeah. So like I think of a band like Metallica, and we talked about Metallica with Trevor a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the difference between Justice and the Black Album and then Black Album and Load.
Mm-hmm.
So the Black Album to me is an acceptable record. It's a great record.
Mm-hmm.
More people can attach to that, and then they can go back and listen to some really fucking edgy, dope shit. But if you got on board there and you got on board for Load, we're not friends. Like,
Yeah.
if Load is your favorite Metallica album, like, we're not friends. Like, you're probably a nice guy. But we're not hanging out. Like, we're not like, I'm not
He's
like,
a nice guy. He likes Load by Metallica. It's like, oh, I see. I see. Loud and clear, buddy.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
my favorite song is Walking in Memphis by Mark Cohn. Like, I'm worried about you. Like, you might be a serial killer.
You know what my favorite Metallica song is? Fuel.
It's
I don't like that earlier stuff, bro. It's too heavy,
oh,
you know?
man,
like
that Ride the Lightning shit.
yeah. Disposable Heroes? No thanks. Give me the hero of the day.
That's how I like
Yeah.
my heroes.
Yeah.
I like my hero of the day.
Yeah.
My heroes are not disposable. These colors do not run.
Yeah.
America.
Some Bejeweled Jeans rock.
But Deftones and Tool, in my opinion, as the music got cleaner and they became better players and musicians, the music became more sophisticated and aged up. But it didn't necessarily lose an edginess. There's still an edginess there. It's just placed differently. I think that's good. That makes me happy. But there could be people that disagree. Do you disagree? Do you disagree?
Wait.
I'm not a person who has an opinion.
No opinion.
No opinion. I have no opinion on this matter. So I'm silent.
Their music got like more complex. I'm not sure.
Deftones or Tool?
Tool. It got, they started going like a more like prog rock direction, and Lateral. Like Lateralus was like every song was like 9 to 12
Yes.
minutes long and had like several parts, and there was like a lot more fractals. They got really
Yes.
into fractals.
Yes.
And it was really funny because I was living in New Zealand, and at that time when I started really getting into Tool, which was when I was like 14, 15, this was like the mid 2000s, and I went from like going to like a fancy Catholic school in Minneapolis to like a pretty poor public school in New Zealand, and all the like stonery kids in New Zealand would got like really into Tool, and they would just like smoke weed. And
What was the
like,
record that was out?
It was between Lateralus and 10,000 Days, but everyone
Okay.
was really into like Lateralus. Everyone loved Tool. Everyone had like hilarious like bowl haircuts, and were like, I just love listening to Tool and like smoking weed. And it was like, that was so much of my adolescence.
Lateralus
was
is a
that.
good album to smoke weed to, though. Like,
They're like, the Fibonacci sequence part, like, you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, everyone's like, that part, dude? It's like so trippy. Like the band is so smart.
okay, yes, that's problematic. To
Dude,
steal a leftist
Fibonacci
term,
sequence.
bro. The Fibonacci sequence. It's like, yeah, I saw Pi too. Like,
Yeah.
but I fuck with Lateralus super hard. But I got into Tool at sober.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Undertow. When Undertow came out, I was like, oh, this is the music of the band that's in my head.
Yeah.
Like, this is the band I want to sing for. And I couldn't believe that the singer was singing things that I could also relate to. It was like, it was kind of fucking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where I was like, am I existing in a different body? And then it's like, I don't know, fast forward 5 years, and like, I start looking into it because the internet is there now, and like, you can find out little fun facts about people. And I'm like, wait, you're from Ohio?
Are they from Ohio?
Just Maynard.
Oh, I didn't know
Maynard's
that.
from Ohio.
No way.
I'm like, that's weird. It's like, you're a wrestler, grappler person? That's weird.
Oh, he is too?
He's a jiu-jitsu guy.
No way.
Yeah. And so we have mutual friends, which is even weirder.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
Man.
so Henry Akins is a jiu-jitsu black belt who's going to be in Ohio
Yeah.
in like a week. And I love Henry. Like, there's only a few people that I actually like consider who I don't talk to all the time,
Mm-hmm.
who I still think of as friends. Like, if Henry was like, I need a favor, I wouldn't ask anything. I would just do it for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's tight with Maynard. And then my mentor has met him a couple of times. And it's like, why are all of you guys hanging out with my hero? Like,
So they go down to
Fucking
his
weird.
ranch in Arizona and drink his wine?
I know that Henry has been out there. I don't know where the Korean has been. I don't know if they're that tight, and I don't think so. But maybe. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, Here's a quick story about this motherfucker. Whenever I doubt like what he has done or what he might do, one day we're just sitting and like hanging out at his house, and figure skating comes on. I have the remote, and figure skating's on. I'm like, oh man, I used to fucking love watching figure skating. He goes, I used to do that. I'm like, of course.
You used to be,
Like, you son of a bitch. Like, is there anything you don't know how to do? Like, that's who my homie is.
That's one of those sports that's like 10,000 times harder than it looks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to practice nonstop to be
And
good
like
at
the
it.
difference between the things, like a triple Lutz and a triple sow cow and a triple like toe, is all about like what edge I take off on and what edge I land on, and it all looks the same to us.
Yeah.
Like what's more difficult, an axle or a loop? I don't know.
I don't even know what
know.
those are.
Yeah.
Like,
They're turns,
well, what kind?
aerial turns.
Yeah, but what is the? Are we gonna Wikipedia?
It's like what foot do you take off on?
Oh,
What
okay.
edge do you land on?
axle versus loop.
And to be able
We're
to
about
look
get
at
into
it
technical figure skating.
and be like, oh, that's a triple toe loop, and oh, that's a triple Lutz.
Or to like look at that and be like, I don't understand how their entire ankle
why
would
do
just
I know-
explode.
Why do I know these terms? Like, when was the last time you said triple Lutz, Anthony?
I have never said that.
Oh, that's my boyfriend. What is this show? Castle Rock?
Ooh,
He was in Eli Roth's show that was called, oh, fuck, it was on Netflix? Something Hollow, or... I'm going to be alone on this. Fine.
We're just watching ads for this.
His character's
Alright.
name was Roman. He's like a scary, beautiful dude.
There you go. It's a 2-minute information.
Oh, you're teaching us
Yeah.
the different kinds of jumps.
This is a loop, I believe.
So apparently there's a YouTube video from Time, as in the magazine, that has a beginner's guide to the different types of Olympic figure skating jumps.
Oh, so you whip around using your one leg for centrifugal force.
A sow cow. Backward approach. Inside edge launch. So backward approach, inside edge launch. Land on the opposite outside edge.
Yes.
God.
I mean,
Woo!
yeah, this is...
A loop. Backward approach on the outside edge. Outside edge launch. Same side,
Oh my
outside
God.
edge landing.
Imagine how long, like, you have to skate backwards, which, takes long enough to learn how to do that regardless.
Forward approach.
And then you got to do all this other
What is this?
stuff.
You get on the back inside edges of the flip.
This is a flip. Oh, the toe pick assist. I'm excited now. This is the greatest thing ever. Anthony, you've solved so many of my problems.
The Lutz.
The Lutz.
Oh, this is the big dog.
The Lutz. No, there's another one.
Number 6 is the big dog, I think.
The Lutz. Long backward approach. You got to say long in the tooth.
Toe kick,
Then-
assist lift off, outside edge launch.
You hit that toe kick, outside edge launch. Boom, you land on the opposite outside edge.
And then this is the axle.
The axle.
Oh, this is
That's
the
the
one.
toughest trick. The only forward-facing jump. You hit that toe pick for sure. Outside edge launch.
No
Body.
toe,
No toe pick. No toe pick. Oh, no toe pick.
You have to land backwards.
It is the only forward jump.
There you go, guys. Education.
And that's the axle?
Damn.
That's the axle.
Us. Anthony, you just fucking educated us.
Yeah, I do my best.
We know
Okay,
so
We
much
just
now.
learned.
More education.
What?
You'd probably never die from kratom. You'd more likely die from it by choking because you'd have to ingest about a kilogram of it to even kill you.
So this is why people interpret this is safe.
Yeah, you'd more likely
So
choke from
it's
it.
not gonna kill me if I eat it, but if I eat it on a regular basis, I get the flu.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you get like a mild physical addiction. I mean, I'm not like an expert on addiction or
Or
whatever.
I guess
but,
better.
like,
I guess better answer would be
he went
that-
through withdrawal when he stopped doing it,
That's
so
good
you
too.
know.
No, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's.
I'll take that.
That's rough.
I think there's truth to probably both of those things.
Yeah.
Like, you eat this, instead of the way that opiates that we think of,
Mm-hmm.
things that come in pills or in syringes, would fucking kill you.
Yeah. If you had more than
This
like
is not gonna kill you,
no, not.
but you're gonna get maybe not just as sick, maybe more sick.
maybe
Who
more.
knows?
'Cause probably can take
But
more in
there's gonna be a consequence if you overdo it, and then you stop.
with everything.
There's gonna be a consequence.
with everything.
Like that's not even news.
Too much water, you die.
Too much what?
Water or water. We can go either or. We can go New Jersey or Brooklyn. Which one you want?
Well, keep it Jersey. It's fine.
Did you say
Okay.
wooter? Like
Water.
you're from Pennsylvania?
No.
He says water.
Water.
Wooter.
Water.
No, you say something different.
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
Because you're an American
Water.
and a human being.
Yeah.
Anthony's some animal.
I'm from where America came from. He's from some place that nobody's ever heard of. They think Ohio.
What you talking about?
Everybody in New Jersey thought Ohio was farmland, and I'm like, we live in farmland.
I was gonna say New Jersey is fucking farmland. I've
Garden
been
State,
there.
Are you
Garden
from Jersey,
State.
Anthony?
Yeah, I am.
What part?
Central, so a place that nobody
Yeah.
thinks exists.
The garden. The reason they call it the garden.
State. Yeah, I'm like from farm, pumpkin patches.
Tight.
I used to go to a jiu-jitsu school in Lebanon,
Lebanon,
but I don't go there no more.
Lebanon, not Lebanon. It's different.
Respect though.
How many?
Respect.
What do you think the percentage of people who you say you're from New Jersey and they go, "Hey, The Sopranos, Gabagoo"? Like, what's the percentage?
Gabagoo.
Yeah.
That's actually.
Hey, whoa!
It's
Hey.
actually 100%. It's actually
Yeah.
almost every person says it.
Jersey Shore, right?
Yeah,
You're
like
you're
Jersey
from-
Shore.
Yep. Hey.
I'm like, yeah, man, that's right.
Like I'm clearly not a
Yep,
Guinea.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Like
You got it exactly right. That's
clearly not Italian.
yeah, no, I'm like Mervelli.
Or are you?
Mervelli. There you go, Mervelli.
Could be.
Yeah, when I go to the Italian mom's house, I'm like Mervelli. She makes the garlic knots, Mervelli.
Mm.
Yeah,
I made some ragu today.
there you go.
A word?
Yeah, pork shoulder simmered for 4 hours.
Wait. How important is cooking to you?
I love cooking.
There you go.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
Anthony, get me a beer.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
He's excited.
What's the side eye for?
He's excited.
Oh,
He's
good.
excited.
All right.
You can be
Fan fucking tastic.
You can be
I
part
thought,
of the cooking
I
show.
thought you were like, you motherfucker. And I was like, what? I've never had that. I've never
No,
seen
I'm
that
excited.
ragu.
No, you motherfucker is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But it's a positive thing. So yeah, all right. So tell me about your ragu.
Big old chunk of pork shoulder, about 4 pounds. You know, you fry that up in olive oil and butter, get it nice and brown on the outside. Onions, garlic, a little bit of Tabasco for some spice. Big handful of fennel seeds, oregano, thyme. Did I say red wine?
No.
2 cups of red wine. Toss all that shit in there. Put the lid on the Dutch oven. Put in the oven for 4 hours. Turn it over every so often. You know, after that, you pull it out. You shred the pork up and put it back in. Bada bing. Yeah, that's what we were like, you know, making that's going to be lunch and dinner for the rest of the week.
Nice.
Tremendous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's going to be
great.
sick.
That's great.
Some
Tremendous.
Parmesan.
That's really good, actually.
Tremendous.
Are you putting lemon juice in your beer?
I am.
Give me some of that. I'll try some of that.
It was a little bit moment of judgment, but then he's like, "Wait, I should
No,
try
I
it."
want to know. This sounds like a sick
I
thing.
am. So I used to be really addicted to the summer shandy and the grapefruit shandy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why am I spending so much money on fancy bullshit?
Like the Stiegel ones, the ones that come in the big cans.
Or the Leinenkugel
Yeah.
is the one that I like. And I was like, what if I just bought cheap beer and threw lemon juice in it?
Giant
I wonder,
Eagle lemon juice, 100%. Let's
I wonder what would happen.
find out.
Dose it up. Got to dope it up, dog.
I've already converted many people.
He's not upset.
Folks, as a professional food writer, I say this is pretty good.
That's awesome.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
Did you hear that Jim Tomsula, you know, former coach of the Niners, used to he was talking about in like a press conference last week about putting salt in PBR.
Oh, no.
Apparently that's really good.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I remember sitting across from a jiu-jitsu world champion at a dinner. And we're sitting at dinner.
No, this is the shit. This is good.
I told you. And so I watched this motherfucker take his beer and throw salt in it
yeah.
and take a sip. And then I look around the table and I'm like, did anybody else fucking see that? Like, we're just going to act like nobody fucking saw that.
Nobody
No
cares.
one's going to ask him why. Like, not a single one of you. you're all a bunch of fucking cowards. And I was like, you're a coward too. And I was like, 'cause I'm literally looking at the time, my jiu-jitsu hero.
Yeah. Who is it? You don't want to say?
You can't say.
No, I will say. Fuck it. I don't care. It was Saulo Ribeiro.
Uh-huh.
And so when the dinner started, the first thing that happens is I show up and I see Saulo. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Darren. Nice to meet you, Saulo. And a dude who gave me my blue belt, this dude, David Adiv, a brilliant black belt. David goes, Saulo, you're like Darren's fucking hero. He fucking
tight.
worship you, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
That's like the equivalent of like like you're in high school and you're like talking to a girl and like one of your buddies comes up, he's like, you know, he has a crush on you, right? And it's like, thanks, dude. That was super fucking tight.
Like you're not helping. Like you're not fucking helping me cope with this moment. Like I'm trying to fucking have dinner with this dude like he's a human being. And like you kind of fucked that up. But like whatever. Because David's awesome in a lot of other ways. But he really buried me right there.
Yeah.
And like it would have been funnier if he buried me on purpose. Like if he was like, oh, you know what, let's fuck with Darren. He really thought he was putting me over. He was
Oh, really?
like,
Thought
yeah.
it was like...
He thought I was doing a good thing. Like, it's like no, bro. Like,
That's a great friend.
no.
Yeah, that's a great friend.
He done fucked up.
And his intentions were pure.
Which is funny because that's what he always said about me.
What?
Like,
Your intentions
there
were
were
pure?
so many times where I should have been kicked off Crazy Humoita.
Yeah.
Like, real talk. My own doing. Just like when I was kicked off, it was my own doing.
Yeah.
There were so many times they should have thrown me away. And they were like, you know what? He's a good teacher and he has good intentions.
There you go.
Those are the things that were cited.
Very-
Like, you know,
Yeah.
he kind of good at teaching. And, he means well. He's just kind of a piece of shit.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's the best way to live your life.
Well, kinda. There's balance now.
Yeah.
There's balance now. Where like there was no hard work before.
Mm.
Now there's hard work.
Now you have good intentions with your. Now there's things you're intending to do goodwill with. Now with your good intentions.
We shall see.
Yes.
But isn't that great?
The beer and the
fucking
lemon. Yeah,
the lemon's
it's
juice.
sick. Yeah, it's really good. This is the new wave. You and Jim Tomsula, you know? This correcting shit. I mean, it's like a michelada, you know? Like they've had that for a while.
What is this michelada?
A michelada, it's like I think it was invented in Mexico. It's like popular in like Mexico and like parts of Southern California, and you basically they call it like correcting the beer. And what you usually do is you mix like either you can pretty much put whatever you want in it, but it's usually a mix of lime juice, tomato juice, and then sometimes like clam juice, and then seasonings like salt and pepper. So it's kind of like a beer Bloody Mary, but
That's
Interesting.
cool.
yeah, it's
And
pretty.
you do that to cheap beer?
Yeah, I mean you do it to any beer, but like
Yeah.
that's what it's
No,
usually
you
done
do
with.
it-
It's
you-
like
see, this
it's
is
like
why I picked the
Corona, you
High
know?
Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it to a cheap beer. And I tried to go cheaper, and it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
Because like there's things like the Beast
Oh
and
god.
like Natty Ice, and
Mm.
I was
But
like,
yeah, that's not. You can't.
so I would buy a single one, and I was wondering how far I could push it.
Mhm.
This is as far as you can push it.
Yeah.
You throw some lemon juice in the High Life, and it's fantastic.
I mean, High Life is already fantastic. It's already like my favorite.
I don't
cheap
disagree.
beer.
I don't disagree. But you throw a lemon juice in like the 16-ounce 6-pack of ham
Oh god.
Yeah. Doesn't sound great.
is $3.99. It's $3.99.
I don't
If,
even.
if lemon juice made that shit good, that would have won me a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, you just like solved. You've like solved like college drinking with that.
like it would have won me
Yeah.
a Nobel Prize. And I sat there and I was like, all right, let's see. No,
I
it didn't
can't
bring
fix
it
that
back,
shit.
man.
No mu-
It wasn't as good.
A
wasn't
Hams
as
was
good.
the worst beer I've ever had in my entire.
See?
No, like a specific ham. Like I have this like distinct memory of this one Hams. I was like hanging out in Minneapolis with my brother, and I was like wasted already. I was drunk and high, and we went to some like shitty house party, and he like handed me a lukewarm Hams, and I remember like opening it and like taking a sip, and it just being so bad, like
Yeah.
drinking in this dusty parking lot, and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
You're like,
it's
and why am I
Hams.
here
It's
with
like
all
Hams.
these fucking people and this shitty beer?
That's the specific worst beer, the one.
But if I show up at a college party with 64 High Lifes and a fucking thing of lemon juice, I could change the world.
You could. But people might be too impatient for that.
What do you mean?
Like that's a process right there. You got.
No, you
gotta-
gotta fucking you gotta fucking speed it up. You gotta figure out a new way.
Well, I think you have
A
a
new
new way.
delivery
I think I think you have the new way. I think what you need to do is just get one of those single packets, tape them to each bottle, and then boom, you got yourself ready to go.
No, a single packet isn't enough.
2 packets?
I think the ideal dose.
You don't need much.
No. But the packet, you never get all the lem's juice out of the packet.
Yeah.
So how many
Wait,
packets?
what
do you need?
packets of lemon juice are we talking about?
You know the little packets? You can get them at like a restaurant, the same style you have ketchup. You
Do
can
they
tear
have
it.
those for lemon juice?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I
before.
steal them sometimes
No way.
for this very purpose.
For fixing your beers up.
Yes. What's it called again? The
Mich-
process.
Like a michelada?
A michelada.
Michelada.
That's the name of the episode.
Michelada.
Michelada.
When you do the fucking audio
Yeah,
episode,
but I have to figure out how to spell that.
Michelada, dog. Look that shit up. That's the name of the episode. Oh, that's so hot. Anthony,
I have weird news.
give it to me.
We can start off first. Well, I'll show you. Not weird news. We got information. So I'll start off first with the rare Russian wrist snappy. And this is.
Now, what do you mean? It's like a wrist snap down?
Yeah, it's like it's from wrist snap down. And so this is a Islam Makavas is a training partner for Khabib. He's
Yeah, Islam.
yeah.
He is no fucking joke.
He is nasty with it. He makes it look super easy. Come on, internet, work. You were working before. You were ready to go when I wanted to
You
show.
were working before you hook her,
Yeah.
but we weren't streaming before.
No, we
Russian
weren't.
wrist.
Let's try to refresh. Let's do this again. Is that a YouTube video? Fuck you, go on to YouTube. YouTube's faster. Fuck your life.
Fuck your life.
See if he shows this.
He keeps looking for his wrist too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm trying to bury this little kid.
He's like, no, get off my far leg, silly.
That's a little bit. This might be a long session of this.
Oh yeah, he's trying to like get it. He's trying to hit it.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's jump ahead a little bit. Let's see. They show it. Let's see. This is where they pop. So yeah, let's get right around here.
Show me the position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He looks like he could just fuck you up. He looks like he's not even trying. He's like, this is baby.
yeah, he's not. He's just this dude is like.
He's giving him his best. I'm doing the best I can do. Like, that is so embarrassing.
Oh no! Here it comes! Here it comes!
Let's see who does it. Is it going to show it? Oh, man, I wish the short clip is
He's
so,
get outscored.
the
That's
short
kinda
clip is
suck.
so easy.
Do it!
Oh, come on.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's not it. Where is it? There's a nice little session of it where they just clown him for it. No. All right, we'll come back to this.
All right, you fucked up.
Yeah, we'll come
Anthony sucks.
We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this one. All right. In the meantime, we'll go to where is my space alien? Let's see. So, did you hear about what happened to another jiu-jitsu news? Did you hear what happened to poor Dean Lister?
No.
Oh, well, this guy showed up at his house and broke in. And he left with his life, surprisingly. This fucking alien of a human being shows up.
Whoa! What in God's
Wait,
name?
what?
Is this the guy?
That's the
Why
guy.
is he not wearing clothes?
Because he's a meth head and he broke into his house.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you know how lucky you are that Dean's a nice guy?
Yes, that's pretty much what happened. He has his gun drawn.
Like,
What the hell?
because
This guy
Dean-
has
Dean
no
with
hair
a pistol.
on his body.
Wait,
This
Dean
man
with a
is in his-
pistol, Dean with a shotgun, Dean with an AR, dangerous. Dean without any of those things, dangerous. And you're just some skinny meth head?
With a crack pipe. He's on the beach with a crack pipe.
Oh, he has. This looks like a normal pipe to me.
So that happened.
Wait, slow down. So
So-
you're some skinny meth head. This is what I love about life. Because that dude could have walked into an apartment with like a single mom and a baby. But no, the universe guides you to Dean Lister's crib. The universe is like, oh, word? You want to break in somewhere, nigga? Let's go to Dean's crib. Let's go to Dean Lister's crib. Because even if he's taking a shit, when you break in, he can fucking kill you.
Yeah, he could do whatever he wants to.
Wonderful.
And yeah, so he.
I'm glad you ended up there.
Yeah.
You were lucky, by the way. You're lucky.
Okay. Boom. Kaboom.
Because
got-
killers always end up saving your life somehow.
Well, now we can go back to the real main event.
The real
Where's
main
this
event.
wrist? Where's this wrist
There
business?
we got it loaded up. Let me get the sound so you can hear everybody blast this fool.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Wait, show it again! Oh, fuck! He just carries him through. Here it is. Oh, shit!
How do
That's
you even?
fucking nuts!
It's super hard to hit. And this dude's also an elite grappler.
That was fucking insane.
He's also hitting this in competition before, too.
He just passed it right in front of himself.
That's so nasty.
What?
All right,
How do
that
you
was
even-
worth
How
it.
do you even do that? How do you generate that much force on someone's wrist?
Favorite that right now. Are you on my YouTube?
Yes, I am.
You better favorite that right now. You better like that shit right now.
Like it.
Oh my god.
All right, so there's
That was fucking nasty.
Yeah, dude is sick with it. And then, let's see, what news do we got? We can talk about, we got something in our own hometown, in our own place.
Oh,
right
Sally, stand up.
right by my house. Sorry, it's West Side only.
Oh. Tell me what happened.
Cleveland Steer Commons Steak and Shake server jumped in a car as a customer sped off without paying.
He was putting it down for the company.
so he hung on for about like 200 or a couple hundred feet. Oh, no,
What?
50 yards. So 50 yards. So
This
yeah,
guy
so
was
about
29.
That's several hundred feet.
So that's 150 feet at least. So, and basically what happened was like a mom with like 5 kids, and she's like, "All right, kids, hurry up, let's go." So they dipped out without paying, and dude's like, "No, this is not going well." And
Chantel better chill out.
yeah, he just jumped in that car and he hung on. He's like, "Stop!" Like, you know, like in the name of the law. And she's like, "I'm not stopping." And so he jumps on the hood of the
This
car.
is a very ridiculous story. This
This
was A, $12 worth of food. B, this guy like was willing to die for steak and shake.
Yeah, it's true. Like that could be your salary. Like could be his like hourly rate.
They better hook him the fuck
Yeah,
up.
you better give him like a scholarship,
Employee of the month.
something.
You got your face on a plaque.
That's about it. He got nothing. He probably got some. He didn't get
Yeah,
any doctor
they're,
help.
they're definitely not paying for his hospital bills.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So
Though they should.
they should do something. Somebody should like just tweet him or something. All right.
Anthony,
Hold on. We're not done yet. We got the Me Too. The sad or
what's
interesting.
this?
So let's see. They show it. This. Get out of here. I know who you are.
Wait, Asia Argento.
Yeah, Asia Argento. She sexually assaulted somebody.
What?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, I read about this today.
Yeah. So she is one of those people. So basically, what happened is.
She's one of my favorite fucking people. Like, this sucks.
Do you know who Jimmy Bennett is? I don't know who he is.
No.
Okay. I don't know if he was Spanish or not. But
God damn it.
basically, when he was 17, this chick came over and, like, they lay together in a sexual manner.
Uh-huh.
And
Which was the fucking greatest moment of his life.
No, he said he couldn't make any more music after that. He said he lost it.
Get the fuck out of here. I came too hard. It was too much. And she is too much. She's a very fucking attractive woman. Like, I fucking have the biggest crush on her. I have since I was a kid.
Well, he got $360K for it.
Okay.
Or 80, I'm sorry.
And
Damn, that's pretty
because she blew the whistle on some Me Too shit.
Yes.
Well, she was
Then-
one of the big like Harvey Weinstein accusers.
Yeah.
And she quietly slipped us on the rug. She's like, yeah, just take
But
some money.
she also was
Give-
like,
give-
oh, you were 17.
Hush money.
Let me give you some hush money.
Yes.
Man, what a world.
Look, life is complicated, man.
Also, they work together on a set too.
Look, all I'm saying is, you can do something that's off color
Yeah.
and have something off color happen to you.
Yeah, you can.
This isn't like one action doesn't discredit the other.
No, but it's still interesting.
But that's how it's gonna be read.
Yeah. It's like, but
It's like, oh, but you're an abusive bitch too, and it's like, well, let's get real about what a 17-year-old boy is.
yeah. He's almost a man. He's practically a man.
He is a man.
He can come.
He just doesn't know stuff.
Yeah. He can't do shit.
Can you not fuck 25-year-olds? Is that bad?
He can do that, but they can't do that to him.
So, like, a gorgeous adult comes up to you when you're 17 and is like, what it do? Is that going to ruin your fucking life?
Well, to be fair to this guy, he didn't make this public. He wasn't the one who made it public.
No. I'm not trying to bury him.
Okay.
I'm saying, is that going to ruin your life?
It depends. It depends on where I'm born and who I am as a person. If I'm a weak-minded person, then yeah, probably it might.
Really?
I mean, think about it. Like, the guy who freaked out because somebody kissed him. What was one kid? It was like on like that show.
That guy was gay. Come on. That guy was gay, being raised by people who hate gay people, and someone kissed him and it freaked him out.
Wait, what
Like,
are you talking
You
about?
can see all that shit in his eyes.
Like Katy Perry.
Some shit where Katy Perry kissed a dude who was like, oh, I'm saving myself for marriage. You're not saving yourself for marriage. Your parents hate gay people and you know it.
He kissed a girl and he didn't like it.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Katy Perry kissed you. You feel violated.
Yeah.
Said 0 straight men ever. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, the fact that she was
She
like,
37.
okay, this was illegal.
Yeah.
I need to do something to cover my ass here. It doesn't make her a fucking demon. And even if it did,
Right.
demons
can still be assaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's definitely true. That's like definitely true. I feel, like it's a weird situation because she was one of the Harvey Weinstein's big accusers and one of the reasons that he got Me Too'd.
But
for
maybe
lack of a better term. But it's also like if you reverse the situation and it was a 17-year-old girl and a 37-year-old man, it would be
it's different.
It'd be way worse.
But
not way worse.
but
It would
it
be
is.
everyone would be like in a second would be like, yeah, absolutely not.
No, see, I wouldn't say.
I think it's like kind
I'm
of
not
part
on
of that
absolutely
like
not. But I'm saying it is way, way worse because there's always the fucking like there's a base thing where I can fucking kill you, and that means that this is not an even exchange. So I don't think Jimmy could have been physically assaulted by Asia Argento. I think Jimmy would have been alright. If Jimmy was like, I don't want to do this and pushed her away, I don't think Asia would have whooped his ass and made him do anything. I think when you deal with a man and a woman, just the nature of the fact that if I wanted to, I could fucking kill you makes everything naturally different. And, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that anytime a 17-year-old girl makes a decision, she was assaulted. It doesn't mean that. But if we're going to throw the blanket term at both, the thing that happened to the girl is just categorically worse. It's categorically worse because it's reasonable to assume that if she were being truly assaulted, she'd have a more difficult time defending herself.
Yeah, that's definitely true in a physical sense, but even like, in like an emotional sense. If you're not expecting that and some woman if someone who's like
if you can't emotionally wrap your head around that and you're a boy, I have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, and that's like fair. I mean, it's like fair because
I just don't.
But I think it's also like, that whole thing from like South Park where there's that thing where like that's a nice like it's like, oh, what do you do? Give him the luckiest boy in the world award? Like there's like that part of that part of our culture like definitely plays into it where it's
but
like,
is that a part of our culture? That's just reality. It's fucking reality. Like,
So what's the age where it's not okay? Or where you start to get like a little want like
the age where it's not okay is if
well like
it's not an age.
It's a person like physical shape.
It's about being sexualized.
Yeah.
And like if you are not able to sexualize the person who's sexualizing you, shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Like 100%. Now, is it also fucked up in some of the gray?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's an 100% rule. Like, if you're sexualizing them
Yeah.
and they don't have the ability to, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To sexualize you, you are 100% fucking up.
Right.
Like 100%. But we enter a gray area once that other person can sexualize you without you preempting it, without
Wait,
you
what do you
prompting
mean by
it.
sexualizing?
Like, thinking about you and wanting to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, if, like, not like, oh, I think you're very nice.
Mhm.
If they're like, I want to fuck you. Like, if they can think that, then there's a gray area.
Yeah.
If there's no possible, like, if that's not on the radar and you sexualize them, you're a monster.
Yeah.
You're an active monster.
I had a health teacher that was kind of like that. She was like, I swear, like, this is my thought.
How old were you?
I was in the 7th grade, but it wasn't for me. It was for somebody else because that kid had a horse cock.
What the?
Because he was a small child. Like, he was like he was one of those kids that developed really early. And so, like, his cock was like, cause they like, had to help him go to the bathroom or whatever. And she was just like talking about his cock. And I was like, hey, I'm not.
Fucking what? New Central? What happened? Is this normal for Central New Jersey?
Well, how big was this cock?
I don't know. Because he was a small
Because-
child.
Because if it was ridiculous
But, like, imagine he has, like,
and she caught a glimpse of it,
she,
how could she not talk about it?
yeah,
Like,
maybe
if
it's a-
you ran across a 7th grader with a 15-inch dick, you tell people too. But, like, no, we're just saying, like, oh, it's like 7 inches. It's like, well, that's kind of odd, but, like, Jesus.
But, like, all right, but think
why are
about-
you looking at his dick? But if a kid's like, I need a little help, and you go over,
So she
he
told-
pulls out a fucking muskrat.
She told the whole health class.
yeah, she was whole health class because we were talking about like they were talking about like like puberty and all this stuff, and then talking about how people happen to like early. And then she's like, yeah, when I was like an elementary school teacher, like like there was this kid, he was like in the 4th grade, he had this huge dick, and it was like she didn't say huge dick, she said large phallic object or loud penis, something like that. But she just kept on
You had
like,
a very abnormally large
but like,
penis.
like I had to hold it in 2 hands, like it was like,
What-
and I was just
what-
like,
what-
the way she kept talking about, it, I was like, all right,
So you've masturbated about this several times.
yeah, you thought about this, you're like,
You a creepy lady.
This is dark. This is dark shit.
Yeah, we go dark.
you are dark. And now to brighten the mood with
Attention, all students. Mrs. Smith has an announcement that Timmy has a very large penis. Thank you. Go back to enjoy the rest of your Thursday.
So some asshole dressed like Tinkerbell and Bob the Builder on a flight and got really drunk, or on a flight and got really drunk and got kicked off.
Oh, thank God.
And so this is a giant grown man.
Aw, Tinkerbell.
This is like some Europe shit. This is like European shenanigans.
Yes, good call. Good call.
Like there's White People Wednesday,
Good call.
and there should be like European Day too. Like there should be like a day where like
We
It's
were
just
going to the soccer game, and we were dressed as the character from the Walter Disney film, and they did
as
not
one
let
would
us.
do.
They were also super drunk and super loud. I don't know what the guy was. I don't know what the Bob the Builder guy was screaming. I don't know what the Tinkerbell guy was screaming. I can imagine it was pretty interesting. He also adjusted his wings as he got off the plane.
As he should have.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that shit straight, dog. You gotta fucking
No, the officers did it. They're like, we'll just help you out there. So.
keep him looking good.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tink,
Yeah.
you gotta tink well.
Yeah. You gotta be loud like the bell too. Apparently.
Mm.
I like that. I'm all
Anthony?
ears.
It's been a lovely podcast.
Don't tell me that. Tell Walker that.
Walker! I'm not gonna talk to you the same when I talk to this fucking mud person. And thanks for coming. It was fun, man.
Thank you
Yeah, it
for
was
having
awesome.
me.
And you're a new student. Like you're new to the click,
Yeah,
and like you didn't know me from Adam. You just rolled up into the spot, right?
yeah.
And it's been really good having you around, and it's been even better having you on the podcast.
Oh, great.
Welcome to the click.
Thanks.
And you out there,
Tinkerbell?
fuck Tinkerbell.
Oh, okay.
You, the listener, Anthony.
Yes.
Can they see me? Can they tell that I'm looking at them?
They can. They look like your cigarette's like literally pointing in the direction of the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
We love y'all. Like, for real. 91 episodes of love. Just for y'all. I've never been consistent about anything in my fucking life.
Yeah. You wake up every day.
Well, so far.
Yeah. There you
And now,
Mhm.
we've added some consistency.
go. Yes.
And I'm seeing positive results in my life. I'm not special. That means if you add consistency, you'll see positive results too, cunts. I say this because I love you.
You see how we wrap it up like that? We go full circle. Consistency is everything.
It is.
There
I
you
say
go.
it because I love you. And because I know that some of you guys are cunts just like me. And so I'm telling you that if there's ever been a moment where I impressed you, you could do that shit. And you could do better than that shit. And if there's ever been a moment where I completely fucking let you down, you can get back up from that shit. Because I did. And if people don't accept you once you get back up and dust yourself off, you know what those people are called?
Monsters.
Enemies. XOXO!